Well, Campbell, for the first time since 2018, Durham into the Vitality Blast quarterfinals. Just sum that up for us.
It's hard to say, really. You know, we've had some ups and downs this year. We probably haven't played our best, but look, when I came to the club, I did say we needed to improve our white ball game, and you know, I can see pieces of it. Even last year, and then this year, there were moments that I knew we were a better T20 team, but we got to nail it in the right times. And you know, we've had some help from our friends today, you know, in other results going our way. So you know, we take our hats off to those, but. Just tonight, the way we went about it, I thought even under pressure when they came hard at us in the power play, we kept taking wickets. And a guy like Paul Coghlan, who hasn't played, I know his figures might have gone, but he was getting opportunities and to take wickets, and he came in and tried to bowl fast and aggressive, which is what we're after. So, mate, yeah, I'm sitting here pretty chuffed, to be honest. I know we got lots to go, but to make it to a quarter-final for the first time in a long time, I think just shows that this group and this club are on the way to something much, much bigger.
And coming into the game today, obviously you mentioned it there, we needed results to go away, we needed Leicester to obviously lose, we needed Notts to beat Yorkshire, and we had to win. So how important was it that we weren't following them results, we just focused on what we need to do, and we've done that?
Yeah, no, we that was the one rule. We weren't allowed to, you know, obviously we hand our phones in anyway, but, you know, guys in the rooms like Northie and then Susan, who's allowed to have their phones, I just said we're just not going to even bother, because I think if we look to other places, then we don't control what we had to control, and you know, it would have been a shame if the results went our way and we didn't win here. So I can say to that you know, the guys were just so focused, the way they went about it, our batting, you know, Alex Lees, you know, he's had his knockers this year, and he's the biggest one. But he just led the way so well, and then, you know, got great support from Colin Ackerman. Again, a guy that we knew was going to come in and be a T20 star for us. So, look, we made some changes tonight. We shuffled it around, you know. Betters and Coggers came in, DeLay to Jones out. You know, that was a risk, but we just felt we needed a bit more, a bit of a spark, to be honest. New guys coming in, and you know, they all did really well, and mate, I'm pretty chuffed.
160 we needed, obviously, for the victory. You'll admit this, the T20 form this year hasn't been the most consistent. What were your thoughts when we needed 160 for the win?
Well, to be honest, I thought on this, the ground is so fast, the outfield, and it's short straight. I thought it was a beautiful wicket. So, look, I thought we were well in control. You know, I thought we bowled so well at the back end. You know, Rain and Potts and these sort of got south amazing through the middle. I honestly thought we were well in front of schedule, but you still got to bat well. We know they've got some wily customers in Patel and those sort of guys, and Amir. But what I loved was when Amir bowled well, we didn't try and force it. We just literally sucked it up and waited for the other end almost, which, you know, that says to me we had our brains switched on, and you know, the cricket that we played, I think people will walk away and go, geez, that was pretty professional from Durham.
You mentioned control. Nathan Souter, the control he showed once again. He's just, you lose words, don't you, to describe how good he's been this season.
Again, I know I'm his coach, and everyone's going to say I'm just too biased and stuff, but how that bloke is not playing in every franchise competition around the world, how England must be starting to look at him now. He's just consistently the best bowler in the country. You know, and again, he came on when people forget they were going at 10 and over, and straight away set the brakes on, got the breakthrough, which we're so used to him doing, and then he just controlled the 4 overs that he bowls. So I'm full of praise for Nathan. Like I say, I think he's a player that England, their white ball cricket, they need to look closer at.
Derbyshire 60 for 3 off the power play, we were 45 for 1. Was that always the idea, to just go steady and try and chase the runs down without going for it really hard?
Well, I think that, you know, when we play a extra batter in David Beddingham, and we skimped a little bit, you know, Ben Rain was going to bat at 7, we had to make sure that we needed partnerships, whatever that took, wherever it was, but we had to back ourselves to make that score, and Colin Ackerman in the last probably 3 games since his finger has just shown how well he's going and how hard he's hitting the ball. I thought the power play was perfect, to be honest. 145, Amir had bowled 3 overs, and that sort of storage, that was almost a bonus for us, and he didn't take a wicket, so we thought, you know what, we're ahead of the game now.
Quarterfinals in September, it looks like a trip to the Oval. That's going to be a tough test, isn't it?
Oh, of course, they're the best team in the country, but that's who we aspire to be. So, it's going to be interesting because, again, without being too political, the splitting up of now the quarterfinals then, our overseas professionals maybe have gone home by then, and, it is just weird. But by that stage, Bryden Castle will be up and running. We'll put together a team that's going to have no fear. We got nothing to lose, and we're going to go hard.
And as one competition comes to a close, another one is shortly around the corner. That starts on Sunday against Northumberland. What sort of side will we put out for that one?
Against Northumberland, we'll pick quite a young team. We're going to give some of these guys some time off. But we expect to win that competition. We've lost a heap of our players to the 100, and again, you can moan and groan about it, or you can embrace it because, let's be honest, the cash is good for every county, but it also gives us a chance to play all our youngsters, and Benny McKinney will play. There's so many youngsters. Daniel Hogg will play during that tournament. Hayden Mustard will get an opportunity. Maybe there could even be a 16-year-old kid called James Minto popping up. So that is exciting for me. Our senior players are going to have to play well, but I know Alex is really excited to play with the youngsters and lead them down what we should be, again, more finals.
I saw you watching the seconds during the week. How important is it that these young guys are going to be given the opportunity to hopefully perform in this competition?
Well, they need to see a pathway, don't they? So, we try and make sure all our coaches are going to the second team. Will Gidman does a great job, but it's important that I get down there as well. And I know it's a bit busy sometimes, but I've tried to be games as often as I can, because sometimes they just need to see you. They need to see that you're having an interest, and of course I love watching our youngsters go about it. We got some work to do with them. That's the honest truth. Our younger players need to find a way. They haven't been great white ball players in the past, and we need to keep developing players. This squad needs to get stronger. Do we recruit players? Do we, promote from within? We've shown that we're always going to promote youngsters, and we're going to do our best. But, if there are holes, we may have to look elsewhere. But, like I say, these youngsters will be given every opportunity to be successful at Durham.
And just finally, Campbell, a nice bus ride back home to Durham now.
Well, yeah, it took us about 5 or 6 hours to get here, the old A1. But, look, I think this bus trip will be a good smiley one because, like I say, I think in my heart of hearts, I think Marcus was having dreams about results, and I didn't sleep too much last night. But to be fair, you're probably coming here thinking, Notts won't beat Yorkshire. Yorkshire were on a roll. You would back Birmingham, I guess. But for it all to happen and for us to win as well as we did, look, like I say, I'm just so pleased for everyone, and especially pleased for the club. I'm
just going to jump back to them first 2 games of the tournament. Did you expect at that point when we went down so heavily, 100 all out 2 days running, that we'd be in this situation now?
Well, I think you guys know me by now. I'm a pretty positive sort of guy, but that's the thing about T20. You just need momentum at the right time, and we knew we didn't play well. Last year we started like a house on fire, and then we probably ran out of puff with our bowling staffs, to be honest, with all the injuries and England selections. But so we always believed that if we got our team together, Jones and Delata were away, Ackerman broke his finger, things weren't seeming to go our way. But I think David Bettingham sparked us when we brought him back in, and that helped us a lot. So yeah, look, I won't lie, after the first 2 games I thought, oh my God, what are we doing here? We couldn't make over 100, but things are how they should be.